Hi there, this is Tim with a video of the Samsung QLED gaming monitor. It's a 49-inch 32 by 9 ratio monitor. So it's effectively like having two 16 by 9 monitors side by side with no bezel in the center. It goes up to 144 Hertz. It is a curved screen. And it actually has a bunch of cool features that made me decide to buy it. This isn't really a review video of sorts. It's basically a video of some of the features that I actually had to dig hard to find, and also a video basically telling you why I bought it in case you want to do the same thing. Now, as I unbox it here, it does have a resolution of 3840 by 1080. So it is literally two 1080p screens side by side with no bezel in the center, obviously joined perfectly together as a single screen. The reason why I went for a 1080p vertical height is because literally it's easier on the GPU. And when I'm making videos and things like that, and I split horizontally and have two different views on the top and bottom of a 4K video, I'll actually be rendering in 4K quality because it is 3840 pixels wide. So it's actually going to give me true 4K visuals there. So we've got down to the second layer here. I've taken out a lot of the bits and pieces. Now the instructions on the box do actually say to take it out with the stand attached, but I thought that would make it pretty difficult to record a video. So I actually took it out of the box so that you could actually see me putting the stand on here. It literally just kind of slots in there, tighten up a few screws, and you're on your way. The back of this stand does actually slide off for cable management, so you can feed the cables through the stand itself. And then this is the bottom of the stand. Obviously, going back to the kind of features of the monitor, 144 Hertz is something which is pretty new to me. The max Hertz that I've ever had is 60. So I'm going to have to start playing around and see what frame rates I can actually run certain games in now, because obviously I could run up to 144 frames a second, and the monitor would actually display those. So that's pretty cool for me. So this circular thing, it just kind of rotates on, just kind of covers up the screws and things. This is a headphone stand on the back of the monitor stand. And you can see there's a cable management panel in the back, which that is the cover of. And it also comes with a hanging cable management, which is what that is. Looking at the ports on the back, you have a power connection. It's a standard PC power port. And then you have two HDMIs, a display port, mini display port. You have audio in and out, and you have a USB hub there. You have the USB in on the right hand side, and you have two ports out next to it. So it's actually got some really cool features there. Looking at the features that I kind of didn't use primarily, this is a wall mount. Now it is a heavy monitor. You have to be make sure that you get a stud in the wall if you're going to be mounting this thing. There's the USB cable for the USB hub. That is probably a HDMI, I think, without taking the covers off. That's a display port to a mini display port cable. And that is a display port. And there's the power cable, which, as you can see, it's got a fairly small plug. And then quick setup guide. And that just shows you how curved it is. So basically, if you put this in the right place, pretty close to you, it does actually look flat. So you can see it's got different kind of profiles there. You can set up profiles for different game modes. This menu here, it's actually a button that you can move around like like one of those kind of mice that you get on laptops. PvP mode, you can set screen 1 and screen 2 for different inputs. So it'll actually split the screen into 2 monitors for you. So here I'm just going to turn it on. Screen 1 I have as HDMI 1. So you can see it's got one screen on the left hand side, and if I had something plugged into HDMI 2, it would have it on the right hand side. Moving over to some games now. So this is F1 2020, just in benchmark mode. And you can see the menu at the bottom and in-game at the top. And you might think that it looks a little flat, but if I show you what it looks like to my eyes, and I move the camera left and move it right, you can see, because I'm sat in the middle of the curve, it actually doesn't look flat. It actually looks like it's curved around me, like the actual cockpit would be. So here we see Assetto Corsa Competizione. You can see the menu at the bottom and how it looks from the cockpit at the top. Snowrunner. Again, you can see these games all kind of support things in different ways. Some of them keep the menu in the center kind of 16:9. Some of them don't. Some of them will show certain things on the left and right. But basically, I didn't really come across a lot of games that had serious issues supporting 32:9. Really didn't. And if they did, then obviously I would just run it in window mode or borderless window mode and just use the center 16:9. It was really not that big of a deal. This is Escape from Tarkov. Previous game was Frostpunk. And just showing you how the menus and things are primarily in the center 16:9. That seems still to be the standard ratio that developers are looking towards. So yeah, there you go. I hope that helps.